So it's morning time out in the vineyard, and these grapes are planted north-south direction. So north is that way, south is behind me, and what that means is when the sun comes up, it starts over here in the east and it goes across the valley to the west, and we call this side of the canopy the morning side of the canopy. So on this side, if we do any leaf removal, we'll pull leaves off this side of the canopy so that the grapes can get more sunshine on this side before the hot part of the day. And then in the afternoon, this shaded part of the canopy will have sunshine, and we won't pull any leaves off this side of the canopy because what we don't want is to overexpose these grapes on a really hot day, because grapes, just like people, can get sunburn. So we haven't moved wires yet in this block, and we're always really careful about how and when we move wires, because once again, we don't want the grapes to get sunburned. But at some point in the summer, the crew will come through and they'll pick up these wires down here and they'll attach them to this post right here. And by doing that, it kind of just contains the canopy and it keeps it from flopping over. And then if we need to, we can take the shoots and tuck them up here under this top wire to hold everything up nice and upright. But if we do the morning side, we won't do the wires on the afternoon side. We'll leave the afternoon side to flop once again so that the morning side can get lots of sun exposure and look really good, and that the afternoon side doesn't get sunburn. Out here in the Merlot block, Merlot can be kind of finicky. It's not the easiest grape to farm. One of the reasons that makes Merlot difficult to farm is it's not very cold hardy. So of all the grapes we farm, Merlot's the least cold hardy. So one of the best things we can do is find very careful places to plant it, because when it gets cold in the wintertime, Merlot might die at like -3 or 4 degrees, while Cab can live up to like maybe -10 or -15 degrees. So we're very careful about which varieties we put where. Syrah's kind of between Merlot and Cab. It does well in cold spots as long as you make sure it's shut down going into the winter. Shut down just means that all the leaves have turned yellow and fallen off prior to really cold weather, just like you'd want your tree in your backyard to look. So, you know, we are really careful about getting our vines to shut down in the fall, choosing the right place to plant a block, and making sure we don't plant a grape that's not cold hardy in a really cold hardy spot. But that being said, we think Cab loves really high elevation, so even though the high elevations are less cold, we think Cab does best there.